Fiesta Bowl in Glendale, and Erik Moses joins us now. As you heard, the big voice guy. Erik, you got anything going on these days? What, you golfing a lot? What have you been doing?
Yeah, man, just twiddling my thumbs, sitting around thinking about, what I'm going to do in the new year. That's
Yeah,
all.
just
Nothing going on over here.
working on those New Year's resolutions already there, Erik. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Boise State, they're 3-0 in this bowl game. They travel well. I know a lot of people would have loved to see Arizona State. I know you've fielded those questions, but the rules are the rules. But great story for ASU, and I know you wish them luck in the Peach Bowl. But talk about how excited Boise State is to be in waiting right now.
Yeah, they're really excited. I had the good fortune of being with their athletic director up in Las Vegas for the College Football Hall of Fame ceremony, and they were all beaming. Everybody's so excited. They love this marketplace. They love our game, and why wouldn't they, given that they're 3-0 in our game, to come down here. And there are some folks from Idaho in and around this area that are very excited. I got a text message from our friend Jake Plummer the other day, talking about some of his family from Idaho wanting to come down and follow Boise. So I think they're going to show well, and they're going to come ready to play.
You got a little flavor with Dirk Cutter as the offensive coordinator there for Boise State coming back to town as well, too. They talked him out of retirement last year, and he stayed around. He stuck around.
It looks like it's worked. I mean, they've got a guy who's we'll find out tomorrow whether or not Ashton Genty is going to win the Heisman, but whether he wins it or not, had a hell of a season this year and is being mentioned in the same breath with Barry Sanders and Ricky Williams and some of the all-time greats. So whatever they're doing up there with respect to their offense is working, and having Maddox Matson as a quarterback, a dual-threat quarterback, I think helps to open things up for Genty as well.
Erik Moses joining us here, Rockin' Minuch. They'll be the winner of Penn State and SMU, a 6 versus 11. And as you know, Erik, Penn State has had some historic games on Frank Cush Field, Fiesta Bowl, 7-0, I believe. They've never lost. They would be a great team to have. Of course, I know you can't take favorites, but when it comes to history, it'd be pretty cool to see Penn State come back.
Yeah, again, we want to see a great first round game, and whoever wins, we will treat with the utmost respect and hospitality. But if we were predicting a little bit, and it was a Penn State Boise State game, you'd have a battle of the unbeaten in the Fiesta Bowl, 3-0 versus 7-0. So I think that'd be really interesting. And look, Penn State is there every year as one of the better teams in the country. But let's not forget, this is their first year being involved in the CFP playoff. They've not ever been involved before, and I think they did an analysis that said if we had the 12-team format for their last 10 years, Penn State would have been the team that would have most been included in an expanded field had the field been expanded from the very beginning. So they've got to be excited.
Erik, did this thing pretty much play itself out? Because I like the way it all ended up, and I like the quarterfinals, but it didn't pretty much play itself out the way you thought it would?
Yeah, we pretty much thought Boise would be here. They were in the final rankings ranked at least 5 spots above ASU, and so we knew that given that the Verbal Fiesta Bowl and the Peach Bowl don't have historic ties to any particular conference, unlike the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl, that they would assign the highest ranked conference champion based on proximity. And so Boise being closer to Phoenix than it is to Atlanta, we figured they would end up coming here. So that part was the way we thought. We knew they would either face a 5-12 winner or a 6-11 winner. And so, yeah, it's working out the way we thought. The wild card that has been super exciting for all of us has been seeing ASU and what they were able to do to win a conference championship, their first year in the new conference, and being in the tournament to pursue a national championship. Regardless of what game they play in, that is going to be a benefit to the Valley and to the state and to that program for years to come.
Well, and ASU's got a pretty good history with the Peach Bowl. I remember that circa 1970. One 7th grader, Danny Minucci, trying to listen whatever we could as they took on North Carolina, that Peach Bowl, and the Sun Devils in the snow came away with the victory with quarterback like Joe Spagnola, J.D. Hill, Steve Holden. I mean, it was the first big bowl game ASU been on the map, so they've got a good history with the Peach Bowl.
Did you bring that up just because you wanted to rub my nose in it that my Tar Heels lost that game?
I'm just
saying.
saying.
We mentioned that.
Yeah, that's just it's just kind of this happens to be your alma mater. That's what I'm saying.
Speaking of that, did you have to take like 20% of your salary and send it to UNC? I mean, what's the deal there? Because there's a lot of money going out, with all these GMs and coaches, and there's a lot of money on this contract. So you're gonna have to step it up a little bit there, Erik.
Yeah, Chapel Bill may have two meanings, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be ringing my phone asking for some donations in support of our program. But I got to tell you, I'm excited as an alum to see us taking our football program this seriously. Yeah. The college game, as you guys know, is getting closer and closer to the pro game and the way that it's played and the way that it's run. And I think having a GM who's essentially going to be your salary cap person, and then having a coach who's got 2 fistful of Super Bowl rings and was a GM and the head coach in the league will be something that's very attractive, I think, to recruits and guys who want to play on the next level.
All right. The bowl season only has one Big Ten versus Big 12 matchup, and that is, of course, Kansas State and Rutgers. And he doesn't want to ask, so I will. He would like to do the coin flip if he can do that for his alma mater.
Thank you, Rock. I appreciate that.
Is there anything we can maybe make? Even if it's a fake one, we could just have him. You could do it like during warm-ups.
Stage it.
Yeah, do warm-ups.
That's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. That's interesting. You might have to arm wrestle a couple of our board members who are K-State alums to do so. But let me think about that. I see if I can find a Rutgers person who can be out there with you guys. But you are on the list starting right now.
Okay, I got a couple of cousins that may want to talk to you about that a little bit there.
But those cousins of Rutgers are bigger than cousins of Manhattan, Kansas.
They might be. If you see a black limo pull up there in the office and want to talk to you, we'll discuss it.
And seriously, Erik, for fundraising, I buy some tickets and things like that. Should I charge Manute to face value on my tickets? I mean, I should probably charge him, right? Or should I give him to for Christmas?
I'll pay him. I'll pay for him, Rock.
You're not marking those up to get to your number. That's mighty nice of you.
I don't think I could go any higher with my number, Erik. I think I'm doing all right.
We can always try, my friend.
I was talking about this game. Rutgers has been there before. I was fortunate to host Rutgers when they were here as a team liaison with Greg Schiano. I had some stories there. But they came in. It was a tough one for them because they played ASU last time. But this time you got Kansas State, who's very familiar with the Valley.
3.
This could be a really good matchup. I know Rutgers is trying to rejuvenate their football program. They're starting to get back on track again. So I know they're excited. And there's a lot of people from the Northeast that live out here that are going to probably want to make plans to go to this game.
Yeah, they told us they've got about 6,000 alums here in Arizona,
wow.
And so that's not an insignificant number. You guys may not know this, but I grew up in Central New Jersey and used to hang out at Rutgers as a high school kid, so I'm very familiar with that program, which didn't win very much of anything when I was growing up. But it's good to see guys like Schiano and now Rich Rod going back to programs where they had success, and I think Rutgers will be ready to play. They had a good season. They're 7-5. Obviously, K-State 8-4. So this is going to be a good game, and it's Big 10, Big 12 football. So I encourage people to hit tickets.ratebowl.com and get some tickets and come on out because we've got some great offers, and it's going to be a fantastic game at 3:30 down at Chase Field.
Speaking of those tickets, Manute, here's what you need to write down.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a special deal for just you and listeners.
I got it.
All right. It's a pretty awesome deal. 45% off savings.
Okay.
Erik already texted me this. 4 club levels tickets. 4 club level tickets for $400. And that's all you can eat food.
Yeah.
Erik will park your car in the garage.
Yeah.
Reduce fees. Ratebowl.com.
I'm all over that.
Good. Then I don't have to give it to him. Then. Perfect.
Bowl.
You make all that money. Brock Purdy, just call him for a loan.
Yeah. I could use a loan from him once a new contract hits. So, call Erik for tickets.
Seriously, that's just for everybody. In all honesty, ratebowl.com and 4 club level seats for $400. How about that? All you can eat food, garage parking pass, reduced fees. So check that out. Ratebowl.com.
What's that last thing you said? Erik will hook you up. Okay,
no, I said he's going to park your car.
Oh, okay.
He said I'd park your car, but if your car is better than mine, I might trade with you. So.
Hey, real quick, who do you like in the Army-Navy game?
I got to go Army. Just
One.
based on the way that both those teams have played this year. Both had stellar seasons. Army seems to have the momentum. Both got mobile quarterbacks who are going to press the defenses. But I think Army wins it this year.
Erik, as always, buddy, thanks for making time for us on Fridays, man. We'll talk to you next week.
Appreciate you guys.
That's Erik Moses, CEO and Executive Director of the Verbo, Fiesta Bowl, and Rate Bowl. Again, ratebowl.com for tickets for that game. So check that out. That's a really good deal.
That's a hell of a deal.
I mean, a really good deal. So ratebowl.com, or I think it's tickets.ratebowl.com as well. But I'm off the hook. 4 club level seats, $400, all you can eat, Manuch.
Yeah.
You need a bunch of hot dogs,
right?
And garage parking pass, reduced fee.
Damn.
It's like 45% off.
It's a hell of a deal. I'm on it. I'll be on it.
I wish I could get M Morocco, M-U-R-A-C-O. I think I get credit.
You get
M
credit for
Morocco
that?
is my fundraising.
Is that my code? I'm going to put
yeah,
in there.
Yeah, everybody use M Morocco.
M Morocco.
M-U-R-A-C-O.
There's
Get
my code.
See if I can get more fundraising so I get some more tickets. Anyway, coming up, who is the proud sponsor of the parade, Lerner and Rowe. We will have our picks